When it comes to nuclear-powered attack submarines, 8 is a pretty large number. For example, Britain has planned to acquire 7 Astute-class boats, with 5 being completed, and France has 6 Rubis-class vessels. China has 3 Type 091 Han-class vessels and 6 Type 093 Shang-class submarines in active service. Since these submarines are being acquired mainly to defend against China, a fleet of 8 will be very imposing and puts Australia in a much better position. In this context, it's to be noted that China has several nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, but those are focused on nuclear deterrence and not for actively attacking enemy assets. The Australian submarines will likely be equipped by Mark 48, used by U.S. Navy, or the Spearfish torpedo, used by Britain's Royal Navy. The Mark 48 and its improved advanced capability ADCAP variant is a heavyweight torpedo. It's designed to sink deep-diving nuclear-powered submarines and high-performance surface ships. It has a range of 50 kilometers or 31 miles, can dive to a depth of about 800 meters, and has a maximum speed of 74 kilometers per hour or 46 miles per hour. The Spearfish torpedo is also a heavy torpedo that can be guided by wire or by autonomous active or passive sonar. It's said to be one of the most advanced torpedoes in the world, having a range of 54 kilometers or 33 miles. Either of these is an excellent weapon when brought to bear in anti-submarine warfare (ASW) or anti-surface warfare (ASUW) role, and will be able to threaten the Chinese surface fleet, including aircraft carriers as well as submarines. Chinese submarine technology is not as advanced as in the West, especially compared to the US when it comes to noise suppression and overall stealth. For example, according to Chinese sources, the Type 093 Shang-class nuclear-powered attack submarines are about as quiet as the improved Los Angeles-class attack submarines. The important thing to note here is that Los Angeles-class nuclear attack boats were produced for the U.S. Navy between 1985 and 1996, while the first Shang-class vessels were commissioned in 2006. The U.S. Office of Naval Intelligence estimates the Shang is noisier than the Russian Victor III class submarines, which were developed in the late 1960s. The submarines that Australia will acquire, as per the agreement, are expected to be significantly better than what the Chinese possess. Australian Prime Minister Morrison stated, "I'm announcing, in addition to the acquisitions announced as part of the 2024 Structure Plan, that we will be enhancing our long-range strike capability, including Tomahawk cruise missiles, to be fielded on the Royal Australian Navy Hobart-class destroyers and joint air-to-surface standoff missiles, extended range, for our Royal Australian Air Force capabilities." The focus is clear. Australia is looking to have long-range strike options and will acquire Tomahawk cruise missiles. While the specific statement refers to the integration of Tomahawks with Hobart-class destroyers, the weapon does have a submarine-launched variant. It's not hard to imagine that Australia will have a submarine that's able to accommodate the Tomahawk like the Virginia-class submarines of the U.S. Navy. This will provide the Royal Australian Navy with a deadly, long-range, land attack capability. Importantly, the Block 5A variant, called the Maritime Strike Tomahawk, has a new seeker capable of hitting a moving target, so it could be used to target a rival's surface combatants. The target information in the variant could be updated in flight, and the warhead is geared towards destroying enemy warships. When it comes to weapons platforms, the crew manning the machines is equally important. This is where the AUKUS Pact will be very useful. Both the US and UK possess great technical know-how when it comes to operating nuclear-powered submarines. While the US is at the forefront, the Royal Navy of Britain is also pretty proficient. Just recently, Chinese subs were caught by anti-submarine sonar operators aboard the frigates HMS Richmond and HMS Kent, protecting the HMS Queen Elizabeth carrier. Not only this, but it was also reported by UK-based publication Express that a Royal Navy Astute-class submarine is understood to have identified a third Shang boat as it patrolled ahead of the task force in what submariners call running silent, a process in which no noise is made by the crew and allows operators to locate any subsurface contact. Australian Navy will be able to tap into this expertise, and this could turn out to be a decisive factor in a naval conflict. Thanks for watching.